we have something super excited to share with you guys. We have Rhea Mitchell here. She's a local yoga instructor from Fayetteville, and we're going to offer a 6-week yoga series here with her. So we have that coming up, and we wanted to share that with you guys and kind of explain what all that will entail. Be sure to stay till the end of this video, especially if you liked, shared, and then liked our Be Beautiful salon with Shelby Thomas. Because we're going to do drawing. We've got a lot of names in here, and we're going to give away a free hair service. So stay till the end.
So welcome, Rhea. Thank you for coming. We wanted to ask you a few questions about yourself and yoga and what the people can expect. So first question, how long have you been a yoga instructor?
So I've been a yoga instructor for going on 8 years now. I've been practicing personally for 10. And yeah, so I got my certification at a place called Propello Center, which is in Massachusetts. And yeah, did that right after I graduated from college.
So what made you decide you wanted to become a yoga instructor?
So when I started my personal practice, I was 18, and I was just going through a lot of different transitions in life, moving into womanhood and adulthood, and trying to learn how to just manage myself better and engage with life a little bit better. And so my aunt actually introduced me to yoga. She said, come on, try it. And I said, I don't know if I'm going to like this. It's, I've heard that it's just something that I didn't really know much about. And so I went to my first class and I was hooked. After that, I just continued to practice, and it really impacted my life so much. And eventually I thought, I want to learn to share this with other people so that they can have an experience with all the benefits and, get to have something, a tool essentially in their life that they can use to enjoy life for themselves. So I love that.
That actually brings us to the next question. What are the health benefits of doing yoga?
So there's actually quite a lot, which I'll just sort of hit some main points with it. But really, it's a whole body benefit. So it's physically beneficial in terms of getting people's internal systems regulated, in terms of exercise, muscle tone, flexibility, and different things like that. Lowering blood pressure, decreasing cortisol levels that come from a lot of stress. And another really interesting thing about it is our bodies go through an emotional cycle or a stress cycle. And what yoga helps people do in terms of a class is kind of get in there and decompress and actually complete that stress cycle. So our bodies learn, relax now, so that we're not always just up. Our bodies can actually learn to engage that parasympathetic system and chill. Especially nowadays with so many multi-facets of life and schedules and everything. A lot of times our bodies just are always on, and so this is a nice way to, again, as a tool to learn to allow your body to.
So when you say it kind of helps just relieve stress, so is that a mental thing or physical? I know stress can cause physical things. That's what I'm asking. Is it it teaches you to mentally let go of it, or physically, or a duo?
Yeah, it's a duo, and that the approach with yoga varies. So mentally, it will help in terms of meditation and the breath work that we'll do in the series is more focused on learning to let those mental thoughts go, letting those perspectives go, those expectations, opinions, and kind of creating some boundaries around our mental capacity, what we take in and how we process it, and then we internalize that and then release whatever's not useful. And physically, of course, the stretching movements actually moves that tension out of the body, out of the muscles, out of the soft tissue, things like that. So, yeah. And then energetically, of course, emotionally, multiple routines. And so a lot of times, things that we don't really notice affect us. There's a book actually, it's a pretty interesting book. It's called The Body Keeps Score. And it's really about how little things that happen and big things that happen, our bodies hold on to those experiences. And so if we're not processing those out, that's how disease and illness begins to slowly add up. And
so is that physical things that happen or mental things?
Both. It just depends on the individual. It depends on how the person experiences things. If they're somebody who attaches themselves to something, you would have the mental and emotional side of experiencing like trauma, and then you would have the physical side of like if you had whiplash or you had a physical injury, and so it sort of pairs those two things.
So it's gonna help through the whole thing.
Yeah, and it also, and the other really interesting that I love about yoga is it's sustainable, and so like the more that you do it, the easier all of these things come, and you just have like a self-management tool for the rest of your life. So
That's what I'm interested in, because, and I think I shared it on a live to kind of promote that we were doing this today, that I know I need something like this to help get me more physical, plus the mental, the stress of just everyday things, and I want to balance, you know? I think that's what a lot of us struggle with is balance, you know, like having that, your life kind of just, life shouldn't be just, you know, big ball of stress, right? So you guys know I kind of stress a lot. They always say you stress too much. So I'm hoping you can help me with this 6-week series. I'm really excited for that. And I've never done yoga before, so. And I think that, is that,
I was gonna say that might, I think that.
oh, well, one of the next ones, Holly should go.
Well, I was wanna say, you know, like a lot of people when they exercise, like it releases, you know, chemicals in your brain. So this is gonna be like the same type of thing, but on an easier aspect. So, you know, you go to gym, like it's hard work. Not that yoga's not gonna be hard, but this is for more beginners. Like it's okay if you've never done this before.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go to a gym and be like, okay, I'm gonna lift 200 pounds and feel these endorphins. But you can come in here to this yoga class and do these breathing exercises and do these meditations with her, and yeah. So I mean, of course, it's like anything, baby steps, you can get better and better. But it's, I don't know, just for me, as somebody who obviously does not exercise, it seems more comfortable for me to do. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing I will add too is the nice thing about coming to a class like with an instructor, whether it be like in our series or any just studio setting in general, as opposed to doing sort of like the online, like the YouTube videos and things, is an instructor is able to see you and help you and individualize your experience. And so, for instance, like if say we were all in a class together, I would be able to, oh, Holly, like maybe like adjust your hips a little bit more this way, and that might be more comfortable for you. Whereas like with Jen, it might be like, hey, like make your stance a little bit like further. And it also layers, like I always start things off with like a foundation, like a base level, and then build up from there. So at any point in that pose or that experience, you can stop and say, like, this is where I'm at today. And for me, like I said, I've been practicing for 10 years, and some days I literally just lay on the floor, and that counts as yoga. Like, and
You need it for the mental, right?
yeah, and just like, yeah, exactly, like just to decompress, to physically ground myself, ground my energy, just to take a break and take time for myself. Like, that's the other thing that, what we've been talking about is this whole concept of self-care, and this is a really nice, accessible way to like schedule time into your calendar.
Just an hour a week.
Yeah.
I mean, an hour a week, think what we do.
Yeah.
Oh, and also,
Yeah, you can flip your TikTok for an hour.
Exactly.
I catch myself doing that all the time.
Me
I was
too.
like, oh, I could have,
but also you don't have to worry about, like, I know you're like, oh, it's in the store, there's people shopping. It's not gonna be like that. The store will be closed. There's not gonna be cleaners. There's not gonna be getting their nails done. It's a completely closed area just for
Private, yes, and that's really, I think that another benefit, like you said, the instructor being in a class, it's not just, the instructor, it's the other people in the class. You can really kind of bond with each other, go through a process together, work and grow together, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that aspect, of just being with other people that are like-minded, trying to connect and like be part of the self-care. That's what I feel like we really are about here at the Hive, is coming, taking care of yourself. That's why we have all these amazing services, and this is just another addition. And I'm super excited. We talked to her, Rhea, before we even got into this spot, because we got super excited. Holly made a post about looking for a yoga instructor, and we were struggling trying to how to fit it in the puzzle, right? But I love this class, this series, because it feels like it just all brings everything that we're trying to do here together. And like I said, it's 6 weeks, an hour a week. That's 6 hours, man. I mean, it could last a lifetime. You said it started when you were 18. So you said 18, and it could change your life.
Then once you learn these, initial things, you know, if you don't feel like you have, you know, a center or whatever, you can always take the 6 hours and then take these concepts home for, you know, future.
Yeah. And that's like in terms of, and that's what I like about this series is like we're gonna approach it sort of like as a building foundation, like building a good foundation because over the series, like we're gonna learn a lot of different skills that, and like I was telling you all the other days, my goal is always to like empower my clients, anybody that I work with. I want you to learn the skills so that you can apply them in your own personal situations and that you have a toolkit to use. So we'll be sort of touching base on all those types of things throughout the series, and then, as Holly said, then you have things to use in the future. So if you're, you know, in the future for the next series or something like that, I don't have the time for another series. You have the skill set to go to a YouTube video and do the things, or do it appropriately too, because a lot of people can get injured. Like again, it's very acceptable and injury is not very common, but there are things like if you're twisting yourself or something in an inappropriate direction over, you know, over time, you sort of start noticing like, gosh, like why did I have that like little twinge? And so it's important to have the knowledge base to.
That's what's going to happen to me.
Yeah, that's right. That's what has held me back from going to a yoga class because I don't know what I'm doing. So that's what I'm super excited about doing here and learning, and then we can take that elsewhere. If we plan to, you know, continue doing this, but we're just trying to see how the series goes and go from there. But yeah, so I love it. I love it. Oh, did you?
So what would you tell viewers that have wanted to try yoga but are apprehensive about it?
Sure. So I would say disregard anything that you see on any type of media, like whether it's yoga magazine, social media, then not so much the news, but anything like that, because a lot of that is very in the West, yoga is an industry, and then so we have this commercialized industry of yoga where it's very physical. People tend to look a certain way, they wear certain clothes, they do these certain poses that express like, oh, you have to have like high levels of flexibility or high levels of like X, Y, and Z things, which really isn't true at all. Like the fact of the matter is like it's for everybody, and there's tons of ways to make it more accessible. So I mean, we have even discussed like you can use a chair, like you can do yoga in a chair, and and we'll kind of touch base on that over the series. Like I'll be applying it to like real world like experiences.
So that's a good point. Y'all didn't mention it. That this isn't just the physical side of yoga, am I right? It's also that isn't the foundation. What's your plan? Like I know we had talked a little bit about it, of course, including the physical activity, like the active yoga. But what else is it going to include?
So it's definitely going to include meditation because that's a really important skill to have a toolkit in terms of like mental health, emotional health, mental and emotional resiliency as well. And the breath work, that's going to include a lot of that because that kind of plays into a lot of the stress relief, anxiety relief, and then we talked about hormonal things. So just like learning how to regulate our bodies. I'll also be discussing like how to implement certain poses for certain areas of the body. So we might talk about like low back pain, or even today we had sort of talked about like the experience of menstruation. So like there's yoga that can help alleviate like symptoms of menstruation and things like that. And so and as we get to know each other and improve everything, I'll tailor the classes to what people are interested in. But yeah, everybody will walk away with like a pretty overall knowledge of like what yoga is, how to like talk about it to other people, and so again how to apply it to their everyday life. Because my goal is always to get people living healthy and well and happy off the mat, which is using this as a space and a tool to get things aligned so that then you can move into the world a little bit.
So it's not just, a regular, like you would go into a studio and have like a, yoga class. There's additional things that you're going to benefit.
Very personalized.
Yeah. And it's a very, like, I'm a pretty laid back casual person, and so like I'm open to questions, or if like, we can even have like certain things where, like maybe even, like each class will have a theme. We'll discuss the theme, like in the beginning of the class, and if folks have questions, and we would always like wrap up at the end and, you know, come tie in any other concepts or things that people, or, you know, or take away things, like if, so for instance, like, say Kayla's like, you know, I have like this specific thing going on in my life, is there, you know, like, is there a way that I can apply what we learned today to this?
I love that.
Yeah, and so it's very, very casual, very accessible, because that's the goal, right? Is like we would like everybody to feel comfortable and welcome. And so
I love that so much, and that's another reason why we have to put a cap on how many people we can take. So, this is a limited, package deal, right? So we're gonna get to the pricing and stuff. It's gonna be a bundle deal, basically. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But there's not unlimited spots, because we want it to be quality, right? We don't wanna have a lot, we wanna make sure each person is taken care of. And, so what are we thinking, like 10?
We're going to shoot for like 10 max.
10 max?
There might be more in the group just because all of us are wanting to also be in there.
Yeah.
So because of that, we want to have 10.
Okay, yeah, so 10 spots, guys, that's all we've got. You can benefit from any of the things that Rhea said. I mean, things that stick out to me personally is the anxiety, and then just getting physical, and we had talked about some hormone things, so there's a lot of things that she went over, those are really speaking to me. Comment below what you think it could help you with.
Something that you might not even think, like, yoga would help, like, how is it going to help with, like, my hormones and stuff. But that's something that me and Rhea already spoke about, like, that is a real possibility that doing these things, you know, releasing these chemicals and stuff, it's going to help regulate your mind and your body outside of just your muscles.
Yes, and that's what I'm really, really excited about. So, where are we at? Oh, we're at the part where you get to show us some poses. So I didn't tell you guys at the beginning, I meant to. She's actually gonna do, a couple poses and show us what to expect, what we got. You ready to do that?
Yeah.
All right. Do we have to, yeah.
No, you're fine, I think.
Okay, all right.
Mahela, can they see the map?
I can't really see.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they can see it.
So, let's see. So I'd like to start off with just some applicable things. So like we're all sitting down. So there's ways that you can actually sit. So the other really interesting thing about yoga is that you develop, like a skill that you develop is self-awareness. So over time, I'm like a sponge. So I'm always like hanging out, whatever, and now that, oh yeah, like I need to sit up. And so little things like that, like as you get into the practice, like, oh yeah, like why am I having this thought, or why, oh, I'm just doing X, Y, and Z things, like to alleviate my back pain. Because a lot of times posture is like a huge issue, like that's not posture back pain.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll just start with this, and we'll start with a breathing technique that is really good for
Yeah.
anybody.
Oh.
Yeah, so go ahead and find a comfortable seat. You want to lift up through the crown of your head, so from the base of your spine all the way up. Just sort of feel that light tug, like a lot of teachers describe it as like an invisible string, like pulling through the top of your head. And if you want to close your eyes, you can. That feels uncomfortable. You can keep soft gaze about 3 or 5 feet in front of you. And then you can take a nice deep breath through the nostrils. Fill up the lungs and exhale all the way out. And once more here. And exhale all the way out. So the breath work that we're going to practice, in Sanskrit it's called pranayama. And this is called the 3-part breath, or the Dirga breath. And so we're going to start at the belly. So as we inhale, the belly is going to expand open. We're going to draw the breath up into the ribs, feel the ribs flare open. And then draw the breath all the way up to the upper chest, up by the collarbones. Pause, and then exhale from the upper chest, draw the ribs back in, belly comes in. So inhale, belly expands, ribs open, all the way to the top of the lungs, and exhale, back down. So at your own pace for one more cycle of breath. And you can open your gaze if you can close your eyes.
horrible
No,
accent.
no one's.
Me too. Did you guys close your eyes?
Yeah.
I did too. Yeah, that helped.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so that was a good one. And then, so I'll show you some stuff for, so again, with posture, I won't go too much into it, but we'll do things like that where, like, learn how to appropriately stand. And so, like, in yoga, the pose is called mountain pose or tadasana, but then as we learn, like, how to stack our bones and how our bodies adjust based on, like, our life story, you know, like, I used the example of a car accident earlier. You know, say you were in a car accident and you had your foot rebuilt or something, you know, your leg rebuilt, you're gonna stand a little differently than somebody who didn't have a body part rebuilt, you know. But again, like we'll learn the principles of the posture, of how to like move well, to basically get our bodies into like a form of anatomy that's more natural, so that we're not like pinching nerves and damaging tissues and things like that. So one thing that we had talked about when we were here the other day planning all this was low back pain. And so one thing that a lot of people don't realize is stretching can actually aggravate back pain, because a lot of times what is happening is our bodies are like certain parts of our body are overcompensating for a weakness, and because of how we stand or how we move, like at work. So for instance, like if you're somebody who works in an office and you're sitting a lot, you're gonna have a weakness in that area. And so the back pain is actually from other parts of your body overworking, and then this part of your body trying to work, but it's tired and weak. And so we'll do some strengthening stuff. So one thing is, this is called like a warrior one or like a crescent lunge pose. And all it is this. And again, like we have tons of props and stuff, like my chairs are there, but you could put a chair like underneath here and then you would be totally supported. You could put, you know, blocks or a wall or anything like that. So like if balance is something that anybody has issues with, like we can totally adjust around all that. So pretty much you just go like this and then exhale down. And this actually, I had learned this in a yoga therapy course, and I had struggled with a lot of low back pain for months. And I was like stretching, and like it wasn't going away. Went to this course, and my teacher, you know, explained about the overcompensation and how you need to strengthen things. Less than 6 hours, and I was like, next day, okay. Yep, and I have not had any low back pain since. So yeah, so this is all it is. And like this is something too, like you can do like
Stand behind a register.
stand behind a register and so stuff like that. And we always do both sides. And the other interesting thing is like my back pain is usually on my right side. But just notice the differences on either side of your body. Like you'll get to really learn about yourself like over these couple of weeks. Like stuff like that. Another good one is just like nice big stretch in and up, and then exhaling down for a forward fold. So again, this is like a full expression, but right here, you get all the benefits here. So again, like with forward folds, like the concept is to get the head below the heart, so that activates the parasympathetic system, so that's the rest and digest part of the nervous system that helps us to relax, to decompress at the end of the day, to go to sleep, and also with our circulatory system and our lymphatic system. So the lymphatics is like all of the toxins and all the bad stuff, all the bad juju, all the waste that's in the body, the bloodstream goes through the lymphatic system and then out, and so that helps to kind of get those fluids moving so that they're not getting stagnant and causing like cancer, chronic disease, etc. So, and like even here, so my head is below my heart here. Or if you have like tight hamstrings, like that's all you need to go. But if you're a little bit more flexible, you can come all the way down. So we'll do little things like that. And then a classic one is child's pose. This one is always great. And this one is, and again, like there's all different types of modifications. I like to have my knees wide because I hold all my tension in my hips, and so I'm always trying to like stretch my hips out.
So this is all it is, like, and then you just hang out and breathe. And it's, so yeah, and the other interesting thing about class is, it's very, like, how do I want to describe it? It's very, like you said, individualized. So if you're having a rough day and you just want to come in and relax because you're like, okay, I've scheduled this time for myself, like I'm gonna show up for myself. You can come and just lay in child's pose and breathe until you feel ready to try to move into something else. Or, you know, you can, if we're doing like maybe a little bit more physical practice, because we'll experiment with that a little bit too. You know, of course, like I'm lazy by nature, so I never like push my students to feel like they're in like a gym class. But there is like aspects of like building some heat, building some muscle tone, and things like that, sweating a little bit. So we'll experiment with that. And if you're just not feeling that thing, boom, right there, child pose, like all you. So, and again, like there's let's see what else. We'll learn how to sit. And I guess I'll show you Shavasana. That one's pretty good. This is like a uber favorite of most people. So at the end of every practice, we close with a relaxation and integration. So it's a way for the body to, again, go into that parasympathetic state to teach us how to kind of like, close off, like to shut down. And so this is all it is. Just lay down and breathe.
Yeah, that's my honey.
Yeah. And so, and I always like, yeah, you just breathe. Yep. And so, like, I always like I'll add the breath, and so like we'll typically guide the breath, and then guide you through each part of your body, so that way you're developing that sense of awareness of self-observation, like, and you know, learning like, okay, like, yes, I actually can feel like my shoulders. Oh, okay, I can feel my knees. I never actually thought about like paying attention to my knees before, or something, you know, things like that.
I love that.
But yeah, so that's pretty much, yeah, it's really cool.
That's super exciting. Are you guys excited?
And you don't even have, yeah, and the other thing I will mention is a lot of people, especially depending on like age and like we said, sort of that life story, you don't have to get on the ground too. If you're worried about like, oh, I can't get up, I want on the ground, like, it's totally fine, like, we can adjust around that. Yeah, yeah, totally all about accommodating everything, so.
I love it, man. It's so awesome. There's only 10 seats available. And how much are we charging for it, Holly? It's so it's $95. That pays for your complete 6 weeks.
That also includes water, refreshments.
The mat. You don't even if you don't have a yoga mat, like you don't have to go buy one. We have plenty here. And all the knowledge that you're gonna take, like it's just really. I mean, that breaks down to $15 per class, and you're getting even more, you know, than just like I said, going into it. And not that I'm down in that in any way, but it's a really great value. So it's $95 for the 6 weeks, and what can they use if they want to make payment? They can use Sezzle. That's what I'm actually doing now. I'm sorry, you guys. Putting it on our website, so you can go to our website as early as right now and purchase it. You can use Sezzle. They need 25% down today. Sezzle will take it out every 2 weeks from your bank account. No interest, no crazy fees. Yeah, that's really awesome. So she's getting it up on the website now for you to purchase. You could go to thebboutiques.com to be one of the 10, or come into the shop today. We're open till 7 and buy it that way. So when you go to The Boutiques, just click the menu, go over to services at the Hive, and it's under yoga series, or you can just search yoga series and it'll be on there. There's only 10 spots, so once they're sold out, it won't be on the website anymore. Yep.
That's super exciting.
August 26th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we forgot that part. August 20th, it's going to be every Thursday, starting Thursday, August 26th.
6 to 7.
Yes.
That's the week after school starts.
Yeah, and we'll post all this too in a nice graphic. We're going to be promoting it until we fill up. Yeah, and it's after school starts. Guys, I'm a mom of 4. I need this. Like, back to school is, it's a stressful time for parents, for sure. So that it'll be after they're in school. You can take an hour a week. You guys are worth it. I'm gonna do it, and I mean, I'm really excited about it. So before we do our drawing for our beautiful salon free service, we wanted to gift you this shirt. So
This is one of my love languages. Gift giving is one of
Oh,
my love
is it?
languages.
Aw.
Thank you.
is that not perfect for what we're trying to do here?
I saw this in the shop the other day.
Yes, that is so perfect. So,
Breathe. Remember to breathe.
I love it. It's for sale. If you want to buy it. We also have like yoga after shorts. We have a TikTok live and stuff. A bunch of clothes here that would be perfect to wear to your yoga series.
yeah, so yeah, you can get that on the website, but I'm taking the medium, so don't even try.
Yeah.
I love it.
My
So-
husband's already stole a large, I think.
yeah, there's not many left.
Yeah.
So we might be able to get more, but I thought that was perfect for what we got going on. All right, Shelby, take a break from your nail appointment. We're gonna.
My non-existing appointment.
Entries. We had so many entries for this, didn't we?
Yes, 100.
100, yeah, over, it was like 166 is the ones that come. So this is a free hair service, and what's it up to, the value?
Up to $300. So I mean, Shelby can do a lot with $300.
And we got Brooklyn Ashley.
Brooklyn Ashley. So we'll message you. We'll go find you in the comment section, and we're excited to serve you. Thanks, Shelby.
Thank
She's
you.
the bomb.
She is. She did my hair today.
Yep,
She laid it up for me.
Yes, she's so good. Like, she's been doing my hair for a while, and I just love all of our team. Like,
Yeah.
every person in here, like, I just love them, so. But yes, Brooklyn, Ashley, we'll find you, and we'll, and thank you, to Sam Bryan for taking the time today and writing all of these down. She was like,
Yeah,
can we?
Sam is the best.
She really is.
Sam B, all the Sams are good, but we're talking about Sam B.
Yeah, we love all our Sams, we love all our people, and we appreciate all of our customers. So you got anything else, Kayla? Kayla, I bet with your friend group, we could fill this whole class up.
Well, I saw Emily watching, so
Emily, yeah, she's doing stuff like that.
yeah.
We need you, Jenny Kirk. We need Jenny Kirk too.
I love Jenny.
She would be a blast. And so yeah, we'll get it going. So you guys better get
So
your
we're shouting
packages.
after you guys, Emily, Jenny, Travis, Foxy.
Andrew.
Go to a website and sign up right now.
What's another thing? So,
Oh,
like,
yes.
I hate to bring
Big
bigger into
Kayla.
it, but is this yoga's for dudes too, right?
Yeah, they actually have like a whole like yoga scene.
Broga.
Like,
Oh, I
they
love
do-
that.
Yeah, it's called Broga.
That's
and
really
they-
cool.
It's just like they'll do specific classes like just for guys.
I love that.
Yeah, but yeah, no, everybody's welcome. It's
Awesome.
all kinds of welcome.
Okay, that's exciting. You guys better get your package like ASAP because I feel like it's gonna fill up quick. So
And thank you guys.
thank you guys.
How do you end it?
Did you end it?
I don't know how. I think you hit there.
Maybe.